Hi guys, Ann here, and today we have a little coffee talk. I'm very proud of myself. I got myself put together early in the morning. I don't have any like foundation, all that kind of stuff, but I do have some lipstick, some mascara, and some eyebrow pencil. But most importantly, we have some coffee. And I have a little dart today because I need something to pick me up. I am trying out this new mascara, not the one that I told you before my other vlogs that would like come down, you know. This is a new one from What's Up Beauty, and it's called the Watch Me mascara, and it looks like this. Now this was sent to me, but it's not sponsored. I don't get paid to talk about or anything like that. And let me show you what it looks like. It's like a fiber mascara, but let me just show you the wand. I don't know what you can see. Let me put this down. Hold on. Looks a little, I don't know why it's looking so blurry. Yeah, I don't know why. But it's not like a typical wand. Like there's one wand you do and then you turn it and use the other one. And I really like it. Let me get a little up close and personal. So I only have it on the top. I have none on the bottom, and I have 2 coats on. And I really like it because I am a hashtag natural ash type of girl. And I usually use 2 to 3 different mascaras, like when I have a full face of makeup on. And I only have just this one on, and I really, really like it so far. The test will be when I have makeup on and eyeshadow and all that, how will I like it. But yeah, this is What's Up Beauty. I'll leave their link down below in case you're interested in it. But so far, so good. I really, really do like it. And this is like metal, very like heavy. It's weighted, you know? Really, really nice. That is some strong coffee. It's called Death Wish or something like that. I mistakenly, a few weeks ago, got espresso. And I remember talking to my friend Lisa, and I'm like, what is the difference between espresso and like dark roast, medium roast? And she's like, espresso is like very strong. And I'll tell you what, if you deal with anxiety like me, do not get no espresso coffee. Oh my goodness. All right, anyway. So there is Nala, my co-host, right there. She's on top of her favorite blanket. She does not have her cone on. Today marks 1 week since she had her ear surgery. She's supposed to wear it for between 10 and 14 days. And then we go back September 6th, and she gets the stitches taken out. But when I'm watching her now and all that, I don't have that cone thingy on her. You know, I give her a break, so whenever she's sleeping. Now, when I have the puppy and her together, like downstairs, I have to keep it on because then they want to play, you know, and they want to do what dogs do, you know, and the puppy, she don't understand. So when the cone's on her, the puppy doesn't, it's like she knows she doesn't go near her. You know what I mean? So, anyhow. Oh, it's like hot, like the temperature's still hot too. But I wanted to talk about influencers and how some people idolize influencers. And I just think some influencers are so fake. And I just want to talk about it. I figure, you know, this is something that I think needs to be talked about more often. And why not talk about it during a coffee talk? I've said this before. When I first started YouTube, if you don't know, I have a beauty channel called Just Ann. And I started YouTube in February of 2017. And I didn't start watching YouTube till 2016. And I was very, very naive when it came to YouTube. I thought that like everybody told the truth. I did not know, I've said this before. I did not know that people got PR. I didn't know there were sponsorships. I didn't know. I just thought everybody bought their own makeup and told true reviews on it if they liked it or not. So like I used to watch Nikki tutorials, Jaclyn Hill, you know, stuff like people like that, the very popular influencers that, I mean, they're still popular now, but you know, the go-to influencers, I guess you would say. And I believed everything they said. And because I didn't wear makeup for so many years prior to getting on YouTube, I was at my deepest depression. I was over 50 pounds heavier than what I am now. And when I used to wear makeup, it was always like drugstore. I didn't wear like, what was highlighter? contour, what the heck is that? Like, I knew what bronzer and blush was, but that's about it, you know? And so I was so new to everything. I never went inside an Ulta or a Sephora store. We didn't really use makeup brushes. We used those, like sponges, you know, to put, or your hands, you know, I mean, yeah, okay, to eyeshadow, but like, not like they had now. Like, I was new to everything. I thought Morphe was high end. Let's be real. And then I slowly realized, I mean, thank you to drama channels. People talk a lot of crap about drama channels, but like the Karina Kabooms, Rich Lux, and all, and Dustin Daly, Nick Snyder, all of these people, T-Spill, they started talking about influencers with affiliate links because they would just leave links down in the description box. And if you don't know what an affiliate link is, it's just a link. When you click on it, the influencer gets a commission, you know, sometimes 10%, 20%, you know, and they make money off of it and they don't tell you. So let's just say this. Okay, I told you about the mascara. Now, this is not sponsored. They did send it to me, but a lot of times the influencers would not say it was sent to them in PR. This is before drama channels started, you know, like saying things. So they would just do a get ready with me using, say, this mascara and say, oh my God, this is the best mascara. This is great. And it's, I'll link it down below. And then it's an affiliate link and you believe it and you purchase it and they're getting paid for it. Or it could be a sponsored video where they're getting paid money, thousands of dollars to do the video. They're not telling you. That's why they're doing a positive review. And then when you use their link, they make commission off of that. And so you believe it, you buy it, and then you wonder why well, don't look good on you. Why is it not working for you? It's because they lie. They're liars. They are paid to lie, you know, back then. And so the drama channel started like calling them out. And that's when they started to start saying, okay, this was sent to me. This is an affiliate link. And now everybody does it. And now, you know, the FCC, I think it's FTC, you know, it's like you have to say it or you can get in trouble for it, you know. And I think that's great. That's when I first learned that you can't always believe what influencers say or influencer reviews. Now, there are people that do get sent stuff in PR or that do sponsorships and they tell the truth. Like for me, I hardly ever do sponsorships, ever. But when I do, I always tell them, any company that's watching me now, you know, I'm not lying, you know, I will say, well, you can send it to me and I'll review it. And if I don't like it, I tell them, look, I don't like it. And then I just don't do the sponsorship. Like, I don't get paid for it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, because you have to, of course, they're paying you. They want a positive review. There's a lot of dishonest people. Having said that, there are a lot of trustworthy people. And that's what got me into like starting to do YouTube, because I noticed so many people lied. And at this time, because I didn't know a lot about makeup and different things, I got into subscription boxes. Why? Because I didn't know what I like. I didn't know the colors that I liked. I didn't know brands. And I felt really stupid going to Ulta and Sephora because I didn't know what I was talking about, or they would try to get you to buy all this stuff and spend this money. And so it was easier for me at home to get subscription boxes and see what I like and what I didn't like. And do I like the orangey brown bronzers, or do I like the cool, like the warm tone or the cool tone bronzers? What do I like? And it's like a discounted rate. And I really did. I got into subscription boxes and I haven't stopped since. Now I'm into like mystery boxes, but you know, and I was very honest. And then I remember I used to get a lot sent to me when 2017, 18, 19, right before COVID, subscription boxes were very popular. And I was very honest, and I used to say, no, I don't like it. I don't think it's worth it. And then I had a lot of people in the comments like, you ought to be grateful you are positive. You get it in PR. And it's like, but I don't look at it like that. Before anybody sends me anything, I always say, well, I give honest reviews. And if I don't like it, I look at it like if I bought it, if I was paying for it. Because I'm not going to recommend something to you and have you spend your hard-earned money just because it's sent to me. Now, I noticed when I was grieving and everything from my mother and grandmother and different things, I see how, like, I went left. I was a little bit too negative. I understand that. But I was honest. And then why I started this second channel, I would get in the comments like, oh, you know, people just thought I had this perfect life. Perfect marriage, you know, like my kids. They thought I was the best mother. They thought I got paid all this money on YouTube. They see me getting a lot of subscription boxes like was sent to me and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, no, because there's so many people that were struggling, or, you know, like I was a single mom, 3 kids by 3 different men, raised my kids in the project, in low income apartments, you know, and just different things. I was in abusive relationships. I wasn't a perfect mom. Trust and believe I was not perfect, you know? And I wanted to talk about it so people didn't feel so alone, because a lot of these influencers, not all, but a lot of them just act like they have this perfect life. And they do all these hauls and this and that, and they have no kind of struggle or any problem in the world. And then people that are going through things look at it and feel bad about, like I used to. I used to feel bad. I used to see all these influencers with all this makeup behind them and everything. Do you know what we were just looking at? A bunch of expired makeup. Because there's no way one person can use all that makeup. It will expire before you use it all, right? And I look at things like that. I was like jealous, like, well, why don't I get PR? Why don't I get there? What, you know, it's stupid. Then when I started this channel, you know, I had a lot, not a lot, but a few people like, I'm paraphrasing, like, I can't believe the stuff she talks about. She tells too much of her personal business. But it wasn't for that. It was more to give awareness. So I like, look, if I came from this, drug addict, I was more an alcoholic, okay? I didn't do the drugs until I was like tipsy and all that, right? Alcohol was really my choice of drug. But I went from that to looking for love in all the wrong places, in abusive relationships, so poor that at the end of the month, I was literally, and I was on food stamps too, but I was literally counting my change, not dollar bills, change, because it was cheaper to go to McDonald's and get a Happy Meal than go to the store and get meat, potatoes, whatever the case may be for my children. Been there. That's why I didn't wear makeup for so many years. I could not afford even mascara. Even now, I am not perfect. I don't have my shit together. I'm going through a divorce. I wasn't always a great friend. When I was grieving for my mother and grandmother, okay, when they passed 9 months apart in 2019. I was so moody and miserable. Like, let me just tell you how kind of fake I was. Let's talk about me before I start talking about certain people, right? Let's talk about me. I would do my beauty channel unless I had a BoxyCharm. Well, it wasn't that I was fake, because makeup and subscription boxes made me happy. So when I did it, that was the real me. But then after the video, I would just sit here on this bed right here and cry. If I went downstairs, because my mother passed away in this house in the living room on Thanksgiving, I would picture her in my head laying on that recliner for months and months and months and months and months. It took me 2 years of living here before I was able to put furniture in that room. Then when I first moved in here, the heater didn't work. So it was so cold in here that I had to have gloves on to go down. I mean, down in here, I would have one of those plug-in like fireplace heaters, right? But if I would go downstairs, like the heat wasn't coming out of the vents and different things. And it was so cold that when you would talk, you would see your breath. I would have to wear gloves just to make coffee. And I would talk to my friends on the phone and I would say, oh my God, it's so cold. And, you know, and then I was going through so much with my husband. I'm thinking, why isn't he helping getting this heat fixed? Why is it like, it's just so much stuff. I was on eggshells with the way my husband and my son were, like, you know, and just so much. Then I was just grieving. And I would just sit in my room and cry. I never asked my friends, well, how are you? You know? I didn't take care of myself. I didn't take my medicine. I didn't take my insulin. I didn't care what I ate. It wasn't that I wanted to die because I had my children, but I didn't care if I did. Does that make sense? That's how miserable I was. But then you guys would see me on my beauty channel all happy and jolly, and then, you know, or if I would do videos with my husband, you would say, oh, I wish I had that relationship or whatever. Right? So it's like, was I being fake? Was I not being, you know? And so that's why I decided to make this channel. And I'll tell you what, that's the best thing I ever did, because let me just tell you, I get so many comments that say, I'm so glad you talk about this type of stuff. I don't feel alone. When you guys tell me your stories, I don't feel alone. Sometimes I just sit here and cry. I always say to my friends, my friend Jody and my friend Lisa, I always say, I want to get emotional, I am so blessed. How did I get so lucky? How did I get so lucky? I don't understand, because I had drama on YouTube and I am not perfect. And then sometimes you might see another side of me, like with Tira's son, what they did, how I was cussing and everything. You know, like there's different sides to me. I'm not perfect. I can admit that. But you guys still stick around. I mean, yeah, there's some people that unsubscribe or say I'm not here for the drama, but that's me. You guys accept me. And I'm not used to that, because how I was in my past. People judged me. My own family judged me. So that's why I'm always saying, don't believe everything that you see or you hear. And influencers can be fake. Not all. Or content creators. Whatever, you know. I have to turn that AC on. I'm getting a little hot. Hold the phone. Plus, I have Nala up here. So I have it on the eco, so then it'll turn off and turn on. I'll try to get a little closer to you so you can hear me. There's this content creator named Kaya Simons. I believe that's her name. And at the time, she had 7,500 subscribers. Let's see how many she has now. I know she lost quite a bit. She's down to 6,150 something, but that's her channel. She would do a lot of like foodie beauty and all this kind of stuff, and I don't watch that content, but I knew of her when people were doing oh, what was her name? Mandy. I cannot believe I forgot her name. I have to call my friend Lisa. Mandy Beauty something subscriptions.
You're talking about Self-Taught Beauty.
Self-Taught Beauty, that's her name. Okay. I could not think of her name for the life of me. I was like, what the hell's her name? Self-Taught Beauty. Oh my goodness. And, you know, Self-Taught Beauty, she lived in like a shed. Some people believed she was scamming. Some people thought she wasn't. I'm not even going to get into that. But anyway, that's how I knew of her, okay? And like I said, then after that, I really didn't watch her too much. But then I would see like these videos being made that she was in a relationship. She has a boyfriend for 12 years, because I don't believe that they're married, but don't quote me. I think it's her boyfriend. And it came out that he is a tier 2 sex offender of a child, a minor. I mean, it's bad enough to be a sex offender, don't get me wrong, but a minor, all right? She makes a video defending him. She also states that he pays her bills and he's good to her and she's been with him for 12 years and blah, blah, blah. Then he goes on a live stream, and when somebody asked him, do you have any remorse? He says no. Now, this happened in the state of Nevada. In Nevada, age of consent is 16. So that means that this child is younger than 16, so 14, 15, whatever. Now, he was a pimp. He claims that she had a pimp before him and after him. He was sentenced to 10 years in jail because it wasn't just her, it was several minors. But he did 5 years. Probably got out on good behavior and all that stuff. Now, this was back in 2005. So he was still like, I think he was either 28 or 30. I don't care if you were only 25, 15-year-old. I don't care if you were 20. I don't care if you were 18, 14, 15. Okay. And so she kept saying, this girl isn't the victim. He didn't do anything wrong. And it's like, and she knew about it. Now, whatever. But it's like, you see what I mean? You never know who somebody is. Let me tell you something. If I was married to somebody for 30 years, and then I find out that 40 years ago, I'm done. Or if I just meet somebody and they tell me, I don't care how long ago it happened, I ain't starting that relationship. And it's not that I understand, when people come on and have a channel, no, they don't have to say, well, my boyfriend this, especially if he's not on. But the fact she was defending him, kind of like, ooh, you know. Look at Jaclyn Hill. When she was at the top of her game, everybody believed what she said. And now we're finding out from different people how she is and what she did to these brand owners and just for the money. You know, she would do these Amazon videos and, you know, like my favorite things on Amazon, and then have her Amazon store link so she can earn the commission. It wasn't like she was making those videos to share, oh, you should get these. These are amazing. It was for her to make money. And most of the time, I'm telling you, the Amazon companies reach out to me all the time and want to send me things. So what probably was happening, allegedly, is she was gifted these things through the Amazon sellers, and then she makes a video. So she not only doesn't pay for it, she makes these videos that are free, and then she has the links to make money off of them, and never disclosed any of this stuff. Maybe she bought the stuff, I don't know. But I can tell you 100%, a lot of times she didn't say these are affiliate links. Look at this stuff that's going on with Jessica Kent. She started her channel in this prison stuff. Now, yes, did she go to jail or prison? I mean, yes, you know. Did she do as long as what she says she did? Maybe not. She still went. I don't think she has her life together like she claims or she thinks maybe she does, because sometimes we're still in denial ourselves. You just don't know people is what I'm saying. That's why, like, on my videos, whenever I go to my heart doctor or whatever, I throw in what the doctor says, not real personal stuff, and I don't do that to prove, like, oh, look, see, I really do have issues. It's like I have nothing to hide. That's what I mean, you know? Just be careful when you run across content creators that act like they have this perfect life, because nobody has a perfect life. I tell you guys all the time, I am not perfect. I am not a perfect friend. I have gotten a lot better. My mental health has gotten a lot better. But there for a while, I don't even know how people wanted to even still be around me, to be honest. Those who I call true friends, right? Like my grandma used to say, in your whole lifetime, you can count on one hand if you can even count that many. You know how many true friends you have. All right, let me turn that air off a little bit now. And there's nothing wrong, like, if you make a mistake, just come on and say, look, I messed up. You know, sometimes it's better. Like the whole thing with this Sara Jean and what she did to Tyra and her son. She comes back and she makes a video apologizing to the boy, who will probably never see it. Apologize to the parents that have custody of him now, which is Tyra's sister. But you don't apologize to Tyra? So that's still the birth mother. And you did it out of revenge for Tyra because you don't like Tyra. Sometimes we have to, and now she deleted her channel, but it's like sometimes we just have to suck our pride in. I had to do that to a few people that I knew that I hurt. I had to call them up and say, I'm sorry. I was wrong, and I am very, very sorry. Now, they can either choose to accept it or not. And that's okay, because nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. But I learned that there's a lot of liars on YouTube. And just be careful. That's all that I'm saying. Now, having said that, there's maybe this much of, you know, there's a whole bunch of good content creators. Very loyal, very truthful, very honest. Do you understand? My main thing is stop idolizing or feel or wish that you had their life, because you never know. I made one day I did a car vlog, and I said there are influencers that are on Instagram and all that act like they have all this stuff in all these houses. And I said on there, and a lot of times they're renting. Now, I didn't mean like that's a bad thing, because guys, I raised my kids in the projects and everything. And the only reason why I owned this house is because it was given to me after my mom and grandmother passed, okay? What I'm saying is these influencers that act like they have millions of dollars and that they purchased, that they are their home. They act like they have more than what they really have, and it's not really theirs. That's what I was trying to say. Just because you see with all this, a lot of times it's fake. Now, a lot of times it's not, but a lot of times it's fake. The grass, a lot of times, is not greener on the other side. That's all I'm saying. Be grateful for what you have. And don't wish you had what other people have. Because the more money, the more problems, right? Or they might, on paper, you know, like you see them, but on paper they're on so much debt. You know what I mean? Just because they have Lamborghinis and these mansions, they could owe a lot of money. They might be renting the cars. Again, there's nothing wrong with that, but they don't have as much as what you think. Because when people have to sit there and show globs of money like this, or always say, oh, I have all this money, I would do all this for my kids, I have a perfect marriage, and blah. That's not always the case. Because if you have to keep reiterating how good your life is, a lot of times it's not good. It's a facade. You know, they want to perceive that they have that good life. Because I know I used to. I could speak for myself. I used to look at these beauty influencers and think, oh my God, I wish I had all that makeup. Well, you know what? I do. I own a lot of makeup. And it's very overwhelming. It's not as what you think. It is very overwhelming. When I used to get all these subscription boxes sent to me, it was so stressful to get them all out or to do them or what have you. Then you just had so much stuff that I had to tell these brands, please don't send me any more PR. Because now my makeup, a lot of it's expired. You can't use it. When I was in my shopping addiction, all that money, thousands and thousands and thousands, probably tens of thousands of dollars down the drain. Because I didn't hit pan on anything. The lipsticks went bad. You know, different things. It's like, what was I thinking? Foundations, 40-something, 50-something dollar foundations go bad. So I just thought this would be a good coffee talk. Just be aware. Not everybody has the life that they perceive. Not everybody's honest and truthful. And just be careful who you trust. Let me know down below, like, is there any influencers, like, did you guys fall for it in the beauty influencers or reviews back in, you know, a few years ago? Or let me know down below. You know, you don't have to say any particular influencer's name, but is there anybody that you, like, as me, were, like, naive about? Let me know down below. And that's everything. Give me some ideas for our next coffee talk. Is there a certain topic you want me to talk about or even just give my opinion about? Let me know down below. There is a damn fly in here that's bothering me. All right, guys, please like this video. It really does help me out, or dislike it. That helps me out as well. Make sure you leave a comment. Commenting really helps out with engagement. Let me start that over. Make sure you leave a comment. Commenting helps out with engagement, even if it's just an emoji. And that's everything, guys. Stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay healthy. And most importantly, always stay you. Never let somebody take you out of character. I know I don't always practice what I preach, but do as I say, not as I do. All right. I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. You okay, Nala? Nala. 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 See how she ignores me? She pays me no mind. You want a treat? You want a bone? Nala. Nala. God, you scared me for a minute. Don't ever scare me like that. All right, bye, guys.